Romulus, Sovereign Shadows of Rome, Rise of Romulus, the First Monarch.
The miraculous birth, origin of Rome's first king.
Ancient Rome's legendary inception is attributed to its first king, Romulus, whose miraculous birth narrative lays an adventurous foundation for this eternal city. It all begins with Princess Rhea Silvia and Mars, the god of war. Due to a prophecy that her children might overthrow him, her uncle, King Aemilius, forced her to become a Vestal Virgin. However, Mars fell in love with her, and she gave birth to twins, Romulus and Remus. On discovering the infants, Aemilius ordered his servants to abandon them on the Tiber River's banks, expecting them to perish. However, destiny had other plans. A she-wolf, inspired by an act of divine intervention, discovered the babies and nurtured them. Later, they were found and fostered by a shepherd, Faustulus, and his wife, Acca Laurentia. Growing up, the twins got embroiled in a dispute during which Remus lost his life, leaving Romulus to be Rome's foundational figure. This compelling account symbolizes Mars's valor, reflecting in Rome's military might, and the nurturing wolf symbolizes tenacity and survival against odds, key attributes of the Roman Empire.
Ascension to power, Romulus's early reign and achievements.
Romulus's rise to power marked the advent of a historic epoch for Rome. Following the foundation of Rome in 753 BCE, Romulus allegedly ruled as the first king for about 40 years, solidifying his place in history and legend. His ascension was controversial, charged by fratricide according to the myth. Romulus and his brother Remus, the legendary twin sons of Rhea Silvia and Mars, disagreed over the city's location. This disagreement escalated tragically when Romulus killed Remus. Once in power, Romulus drove the economic, political, and military development of Rome. Noteworthy was his cultivation of alliances and expansion of population via the asylum policy that welcomed foreigners and outcasts, effectively helping Rome grow demographically. Romulus also showed astuteness in military matters. He divided the population into 30 curia and 3 tribes, laying an essential part of Roman military and political organization. His reign saw numerous victories. The Sabine women's abduction, although morally dubious, ended in a hard-fought victory that even expanded the Roman population. In civic matters, his legacy was indelible. He introduced the first Roman coinage system while promoting trade and commerce. His visionary initiatives fostered economic prosperity and the early political establishment that laid the groundwork for the future Roman Empire.
Chapter 2, Ascension to the Throne.
Governance and reform shaping an epoch.
The reign of Romulus, the first king of Rome, has been profoundly significant in molding the city-state's governance structure. His reign marked an era ditching traditional monarchy and instituting radical reforms that drastically changed the trajectory of Rome's political landscape. In the initial stages of his rule, Romulus shared the power equally among patricians, nobles, and plebeians, commoners, implying a move towards an inclusive government. Based on the army's strength, he established the Senate, a council of elders who became the main advisory body holding legislative power. He put forward passionate ideas about republicanism and the rule of law, which later played a pivotal role in Rome's transition from a monarchy to a republic. Moreover, Romulus revolutionized the societal structure by instigating census, where citizens were divided into classes based on wealth and property, fostering social mobility. He ushered various reforms in land laws, military, taxation, and religion, thus laying the groundwork for the later successful Roman Empire. In a nutshell, his rule was instrumental in not only establishing Rome as a city-state, but also in shaping its political, military, and social systems. This period indeed marked an epoch in the historical chronicles of Rome's governance and reform. The future leaders, drawn by his leadership model, evolved these principles over centuries, making Rome a noteworthy power during its time.
Later years and death, myth and legend.
As Romulus aged, his rule inspired both devotion and discontent. Though he successfully established Rome as a powerful city-state, some say dissent grew among the populace and Senate. In the end, the mysterious circumstances around his final days fueled various narratives. One account states that aged around 53 in 717 BC, Romulus held a ceremony outside the city walls to honor the god Mars. Suddenly, a violent thunderstorm enveloped him, and when it passed, Romulus had vanished. The populace was terrified, thinking he was taken or killed by divine intervention. However, later he was believed to have appeared in a nobleman's vision, proclaiming he had been chosen by the gods to ascend to their realm. He declared that Rome would be the capital of the world. This gave birth to the notion that he did not merely die but transformed, becoming the god Quirinus, a divine figure in Roman mythology. In contrast, an alternative tale suggests more human traits. It indicates that some senators, disgruntled with Romulus's despotic rule, conspired against him. During the storm, they seized the opportunity, murdered Romulus, and disposed of his body. The nobleman then feigned ignorance, attributing the king's absence to his divine ascent. Thus, the epoch of Romulus concluded with a mixture of myth, legend, and perhaps cold political calculation. His end is a perfect example of how history often blurs with storytelling, especially during such early periods. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content like this. Hit the bell icon to get notifications whenever we upload new videos so you never miss out. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more exciting videos.
The voices in this recording were created with the assistance of OpenAI.